So, as an empath, we have often throughout life coped with various traumas and difficult situations by actually developing this ability of empathy. But unfortunately, the drawback to that is that we can often people please, give our power away, or just cater to other people's needs and emotions more than even our own. It was a way, again, to avoid further pain and trauma. If we felt not safe in our environment or around people that didn't seem to have our best interests at heart, weren't really showing empathy themselves, maybe, then we will often, as a way to diffuse and kind of hopefully minimize the chance of being further harmed, we will empathize, kind of keep focusing on, okay, what's going on with them? What do they need? What if I can read their mood and emotions and their needs, then hopefully they will lay off of me and they won't focus on me in a negative way. So this empathy it is such a gift, but it is also a way to prevent pain and harm. And so, but the drawback there is that we will give our power away. Sometimes we do it unconsciously. It can become such a ingrained pattern from our childhood that we will start doing this as adults, just catering and constantly giving our energy and our power away to other people, to the point that sometimes we don't even know what our needs are anymore or how we're truly feeling, where we begin and end and where the people around us begin. So it gets so mixed and just blended for our boundaries. That's why empaths very often struggle with boundaries, knowing where we can draw the line. And unfortunately, this strategy of trying to survive and prevent further harm can really make us feel that we can't, we lose our voice. We, in a way, feel like we lose the ability to actually draw the line in the sand and say, hey, no, you can't treat me this way. I'm not going to allow this. I'm stepping away. I still have a voice. My emotions and needs matter just as much as yours or anyone else's. And so as empaths, we need to tap back into that and remember that that is still valid and true. And that we don't always have to keep catering and empathizing towards others. We can try to strike more of a healthy balance of empathizing for others, but also for ourselves. Because everything's an energy exchange. So if you're feeling drained when you're talking to someone or interacting with someone, it might be because you're actually starting to lean into that empathy pattern or mode of catering to their needs and feelings more than your own. And it's okay for you to draw back, to withdraw and kind of retain that energy you're expending back for yourself. It's okay for you to walk away. It's okay for you to withdraw. It's okay for you to not even talk or respond. We're not used to that usually. And the more we can practice that, or just being short, neutral, the more you realize, wow, people can still like me after that. People respect me for that. I respect myself more now for that because I'm actually listening now to my needs and emotions. And so the more you kind of demonstrate to yourself and take action based on that, it is you literally proving to yourself that your needs and emotions do matter. which they do. Which they do. So remember, everything's an energy exchange, and I think of it like a teeter-totter. So you might be, if you're over empathizing, like that person's like on the up part of the teeter-totter, and you're starting to go more down, 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 right? And so you want to then withdraw, disengage, walk away, try to just understand, like, how are they influencing me? How are they affecting me? How am I being influenced in this situation, this environment? And what can I do to restore and fill up my cup? So that way I can get that teeter-totter to kind of go like a little bit more balanced, right? That's why when we're dealing with people with narcissism or very pushy, domineering personalities, it feels very off balanced. It's basically they are taking and siphoning our energy, our empathic, lovely energy, for themselves to feel a sense of power and control, or a sense of like superiority, basically. And so they're trying to get that teeter-totter to be like up in their favor, basically. And as empaths, we really owe it to ourselves to be like, I now know the unseen dynamic of what's happening here, and you're not going to keep siphoning my energy. Especially females too. Our feminine energy can be very giving from just our appearance, from just showing up. And so a lot of times men, without even realizing it, are grasping and taking our energy. And if we're empaths, if we've been taught to be very complicit, easygoing, flexible, malleable, then it's like we just keep giving. And then all of a sudden we feel so drained, so tired. And so it's like being aware of this unseen energy exchange can help so much. And bit by bit, if you keep having your voice, keep speaking up, keep reminding yourself to look inwards for your needs and emotions, like what am I feeling and needing right now, instead of focusing on what others need and feel, the more you're going to feel empowered, the more you're going to get your power back, instead of people siphoning and taking it from you all the time. Because as empaths, we need our energy. We are a breath of fresh air. We allow people to feel so safe, so psychologically seen. It is truly a gift. And so we need to remember that we are valuable. We have a lot to offer. So yes, I hope you feel empowered to use these tips and strategies to continue to feel empowered and to keep your energy that you deserve.